everybody, and welcome to the last and final draft. Guys, this is it. 5 episodes have passed. This is the final one. We saved.
Yeah, this is it.
Is this the best for last? I
No.
don't know.
Well,
Aiden's an
my
honest
opinion.
guy. He's going to tell you no. We are going to complete the Coach of the Year draft. Obviously, coupled with all the odds that we're going to show you on screen. We're going to do the usual intro. We're going to show you the rules, the regulations, all of that. Before that, I want to introduce my running mates here, Oren Weisfeld and Aiden Moss from the wrap-up team, as well as...
If you haven't watched any of our videos yet, you're a disgrace.
Yeah. As well as your favorite, Sahal Abdi.
What do you think
Aiden...
is the best time to listen to us? Like a car ride, maybe you're taking a shit.
It's probably, yeah.
Falling asleep. That's
I like to listen to these video podcasts. Yeah, that's a good question, actually, because they're a little bit different than just podcasts. If you're talking about YouTube.
Well, you can listen to us in podcast form if you want, but
then
you're missing out on 3 gorgeous men.
Yeah,
exactly.
Glowing on screen. So that's
glowing.
No good.
Yeah, this is true. I like to watch these YouTube ones, like sometimes when I'm cooking. I'll just have like a screen on the side. That's a good one because then you can peek over. You don't need to always see it.
Aiden, he's always trying to just like slide in there that he's cooking. Like I think, Oren, I'm starting to. We know
he's slowly dropped like his Tinder profile like lines on these videos.
Just normal things just normal things humans did for all of eternity until Uber Eats took over and dominated.
I'm a big cooker too. I don't talk about it, Oren.
Yeah, there we go.
You're a better man than me. Better man than me. I also drive, ladies. No, actually, I don't.
I do a lot of things. Okay, Oren, can we pull up for our video watchers? Can we pull up the rules?
Oh, here it is. Yep.
That we will be following. So again, if you've watched any of the last 5 drafts, you will know that we operate with a snake draft. There will be 4 rounds, not 5. We did decide that there wouldn't be 5, there wouldn't be 3. We would do 4 rounds, so that there's 3 of us. That means 12 coaches, right? How's my math, guys? How's my math? 4 times 3. 12 coaches will be selected. And then, you can see on the screen, top 5 vote getters will earn points. First, 5 points. Second, 4 points. So on and so forth. The 5th place will get 1 point. All players with plus 2,000 odds that you guys see on the screen, or if you're listening to the audio version, we will try and mention odds with every single pick so you guys can get a clue of whether or not we're going to get that 2x multiplier of players with plus 2,000 odds or better of winning, coaches of plus 2,000 odds or better winning coach of the year.
This is an interesting one because every other draft has been players.
Yeah.
And we're obviously not going to do executive of the year. We're not losers. We're not total nerds.
Well, we did think about it, though. Let's be honest.
We thought about it. Okay. I only mentioned it because I forgot defensive player of the year.
Has Cleveland already won executive of the year?
If they get a top 4 seed, maybe. Yeah. I think.
You know what's interesting about this one, just right off the bat, is looking at the odds here. There are 14 coaches with odds that are less than plus 2,000. In every other draft, it's been like 4 players, 5 players, and then you get into the 2,000s. We're probably not going to have a ton of multipliers here unless people are picking Will Hardy to turn the Jazz around in his first year there, like
Billy.
So this one's interesting. I also wanted to show this. This is the past winners, and it's interesting if you look at the win. You look over here at their win percentage. Tom Thibodeau is this big anomaly, which can happen every once in a while if a coach turns around a team that's supposed to be terrible and makes them average. But every other winner here is in the 700s, right? Top 2 seed, won at least 70% of their games. I do think the Tom Thibodeaus of the world are anomalies.
Thibodeau barely won. Monty Williams.
That was a mistake. Yeah. I think that was a mistake. Yeah.
That was a big mistake. Yeah. It's funny though in the last 22 years how Doc Rivers hasn't won a single coach of the year. I mean, it's kind of unfair because if you say 23 years, then he won one in 99, 2000. But Doc Rivers has been coaching for a long time. He's coached some pretty good teams.
A really long time.
Yeah, he's never really.
It is one of the reasons I feel confident Philly is not like the scariest threat, or just he makes them a little less scary against the Raptors. But anyways, let's go to the draft order here.
Yeah, let's pull up the draft order generator. Oren's going to click generate draft order. And at this point, if I don't get number 1, Oren, then you're gonna have to do it again. This is not right. We're going first, second, third again.
This is actually not right. You've wronged someone on this website of draft.
I don't know.
No.
Oh yeah, first is not advantageous in this draft.
Oh yeah.
If you have 12 coaches that are under 2,000, that's a disadvantage.
I
just want a very specific coach, though. You. Okay, trade with me. I'm open to it.
Who do you want?
I just want my first.
You tell me who you want.
I can't do that.
No, because think about it. If I want him, I'm not going to trade the pick. But if I don't want him, I'll trade the pick.
I can't.
Yeah, but you might change your mind.
Don't
negotiate with Terrace, Sahal. We've been over this.
Thank you.
Oh, you want Spo? You want Spo? You want Spoelstra?
Now he's ruining the drama.
I'll trade with you. I'll trade with you.
Okay. Yeah. Can we shake hands through video for all of our video watchers?
I'll trade with you.
Okay.
That way I don't have to move any of our boxes around.
You know what's crazy? Just side note. In the last 5 years, 2 of the winners of this award were Toronto Raptor coaches. That's pretty crazy.
That is crazy. Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
Chris Finch. Another crazy thing is Chris Finch, and I know Minnesota's gone better.
His odds are
second best odds.
It's a game of Finches, guys.
My goodness.
I couldn't believe that. I get that people think they'll be good, and yeah, they would it would be a big jump from last year, but yeah,
we're not a lot of name. We haven't selected a single.
Okay, go Sal. We all know who you're gonna pick.
So Oren, I did this thing, guys, before this recording where I made Oren think I was gonna pick Erik Spoelstra. He was so confident. He was so confident I was gonna pick Erik Spoelstra, and I will not be picking Erik Spoelstra. And the reason Oren said that, or I'll let him explain it because he's probably going to pick Erik Spoelstra next or whatever. I'm going to go with my first pick. And remember, it's consistent thinking from video to video.
I'm going to go. Make it hurt.
No, this probably won't hurt Oren. I'm going to go Tyronn Lue.
Okay. That's a good pick.
That's a very good pick.
And the reason I say that is the same thing I've said in multiple videos that we've done in this draft series.
Smart man.
Clippers are, in my opinion, are going to be either the 1 seed or the 2 seed in the West. And a lot of times, what do you need to win Coach of the Year? You need to be a top seed. You need to be a top seed, or you have to do a complete flip like Thibodeau did, where the Knicks just went from the basement to the playoffs. I'm going to go Tyronn Lue for that one reason, because I think the Clippers are expected to be good. No one expects them to be a 1 seed, but I think they will be. I think it's going to be them, the Nuggets, and maybe one other team. Maybe
I think they are. Their odds are right up there with Golden State.
Are they?
But it would be a big jump. So
yeah, for that reason, I'm going to. And I also think Tyronn Lue is one of the best tacticians in the NBA. I think he's just clear cut one of the best coaches in the league.
Agreed. I will say this is bullshit because off air, Sahal was basically like, "Wow, Erik Spoelstra's never won before. Mm-hmm. I know who I'm taking." That's what he said.
Is it bullshit, Oren, or you just got totally played and you're
Here's the thing. I'm not mad. I'm not mad because he didn't take who I wanted, which is Ime Udoka. Just because I think the Celtics are going to be the best seed in the East next season. And
watchers and listeners, Oren has taken
a ton of love last season.
Oren has taken the best odds again.
That matters, though.
Shockman.
Being liked by the media, that's also why I think Chris Finch isn't going to win this award. Like, he has no sway. He has no je ne sais quoi in the league.
Whoa.
If anything, there is a mystery to him because no one knows who the hell he is.
Yeah.
Sahal put it well. There are 2 ways to win this award, and this probably more than any other is actually. I wouldn't say it's more than any other is narrative based, but narrative drives this big time. And that can be, that's why Spoelstra's not a bad pick because, I think media could all of a sudden be like, whoa, Spoelstra's never won this award. Like he's deserving of it. And then that could cause a firestorm. But it's basically you're first in the conference and it wasn't expected. So Phoenix got first again. Monty's not winning. Or like Sahal said, you come out of nowhere like far left field. And I got a couple of those guys that on my radar, but I'm gonna wait because I'm, I want to take somebody that's a little bit more obvious.
You're a genius.
That's it's called strategy, Oren. I don't let people manipulate me. So for my first pick, I am going to go with Michael Malone of the Denver Nuggets because I think this is
that was my next pick.
If Jamal Murray comes back in some semblance of his true form earlier than later in the season, I think Denver is right up there for a top 3 Western Conference team. Jokic, 2-time MVP. They're the deepest roster they've had, I think, in Jokic's since Jokic has risen to superstar status. This is his deepest and best team that's built around him. So I think this is Denver's year to really push the go button and anyway. So and
Michael Porter Jr. is back too.
Yeah.
I was seeing people on Twitter do this thing where they were saying the odds for every championship contender, and both of these people who I saw had Denver at like 5% or less, and I was like, wow, I must be very different than most people because I would put their odds a lot higher than that.
Yeah.
So I like the pick.
And then for my second pick, this is real boring, but I think I'm going to go with Michael Budenholzer. Michael Budenholzer.
That is boring.
Holzer.
That is boring.
I really think Milwaukee is going to dominate the Eastern Conference this year. There's something that causes my heart to tremble, and it might be the amount of caffeine I drink. But I really think Giannis is going to walk in day one and just try and win like 65 games.
By the way, that's going to be, if Budenholzer wins, that's going to be 3 Coach of the Year awards in the last 8 years for him. He won one with the Hawks.
That's pretty wild. Yeah, that's a lot. I definitely don't like that.
Yeah. And he doesn't really have that swag that Oren was talking about.
Yeah, he can't win 3. That's insane.
I know, but I mean, Popovich isn't even. Oh no, Popovich has won 3. I'm counting here. But yeah, that is pretty insane.
All right, I will take Chris Finch. I got the best 2 odds. Just because I'm boring. That's why I took him. No, I just think I was looking in the East, and then I was like, you know what? The East is so hard. I really think Minnesota is a good bet to finish in like a top 3 seed. And so I'm kind of just being safe and picking a team I have a lot of faith in to win a lot of regular season games.
Minnesota top 3 seed? Is that what I'm hearing?
In the West? Yeah.
Wow.
I'll
take that.
I think it's very possible. I'm not betting it. I'm just saying it's likely. It's possible.
I mean, if anything's likely, you're betting
Anthony Edwards. Yeah.
Yeah, I also have Anthony Edwards, so
yeah, he's gonna go crazy.
I'm not a betting man though.
I'm gonna go next, and I finally, with me having the first pick, I get back-to-back picks. I haven't done that in a while since I was third, right? So my first pick's easy. I'm gonna go Steve Kerr, who hasn't won this award since 2016 that they were 73-9.
Yeah,
I believe it was, and then they lost. Yeah. When they were up 3-1 against the Cavs. Yeah. So I'm going to go Steve Kerr. I feel like people have kind of forgotten about him. He hasn't won it. I mean, if he wins it this year, it'd be a 7-year gap in between. And then I also think, contrary to what Oren said, I think Golden State will be a top 3 seed this year beside Denver and the LA Clippers in whatever order you prefer. I don't really care. But I can very, very much see the Golden State Warriors being the 1 seed. And if that happens, just like I said for Tyronn Lue, I can see the easy pick. And then also, I forgot who it was, if it was Adon or Oren. One of you guys mentioned the likability factor of winning this thing. Steve Kerr's loved by the media. Like the media loves him.
He's loved by the people, man.
He's loved by the people. So this is an easy one. And then my second pick, so I went Steve Kerr. My second pick is, because now I know Adon, it's about that time where we're gonna start dipping. We're gonna start picking some guys out here. So
dip up and dive.
If you don't take Spoelstra, you're the biggest hypocrite in this room right now.
Shut up.
I will.
Okay.
I will not take Spoelstra. I will instead, and I know this is gonna piss you guys off, and I love it. I'm gonna take Willie Green because I know
Oh
you guys can tell.
my god!
I know you guys. See, I knew it.
Dirty
I knew you
son
guys.
of a gun.
Bastard.
I knew
Nah,
you guys.
that's a good pick. That's
You
a
know how
good
many
pick.
times we've all mentioned the Pelicans
Because
are
we
gonna
were
be so much
all
better? I knew it.
wondering how late can we take him.
I know.
You know?
Mhm. Yeah,
And he's just
You're
such a darling. I mean, the guy
love
is
Willie
truly
Green.
the best.
he cried. He cried after they lost in the playoffs in 6 games, which I thought they were gonna get swept in that series. Was it the playoffs or was it the play-in? He cried. I remember he cried, and Chris Paul was consoling him.
He played Phoenix. They played Phoenix.
They played Phoenix, right? Yeah. So Willie Green's a darling. Like I love him. I think he's a good coach. I wouldn't consider him a great coach just yet. Just has a year under his belt. But New Orleans is going to be so much better, man. Zion's back, who I think is like a top 20 player in the league. And then you got Brandon Ingram. You have their whole team is good. They're deep now. They're really deep, and they had some guys step up last year. Alvarez. That
Zion's
team's
back.
just likable. Yeah, Zion's back. It's just a very likable team. So I'm going to go Willie Green with my third pick. Tyronn Lue, Steve Kerr, Willie Green.
Good pick. Because now I'm between these 3 Eastern Conference coaches, and I can't really differentiate them very well, but I kind of like all their chances. Like Bickerstaff, Nurse, and Spo, I think are all could win this. I'm gonna take Nick Nurse. I haven't been going Raptors heavy on this drafts, and a lot of that is actually based on narrative, and it's something I don't like, but there is this narrative out there that Nick Nurse is this genius coach who has a bunch of athletic, non-skilled players who he molds into this team, right? Like there is this narrative out there, and I don't like it, but it's real. And so that helps him, that curries favor. And then B, he's just a really good coach. And I think he has the deepest team he's had in a couple years now, at least, arguably even deeper than the 2020 team that went to the bubble, because that team was amazing, but it only had 7 players who could play. This is a deep team. And if we know the Raptors can win a lot of regular season games. It's just in their culture. So, yeah.
I'm getting
what if they
so
surprise
excited for this team?
Get a top 3 seed and Nick Nurse wins, baby. Let's go.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Deep in Toronto Raptors is so dissonant to me. It's weird to think about.
There's one coach on this list that's staring me in the eye, and I think Aiden's probably going to take him because he has a back-to-back pick.
I think I'm going to take one for sure both of you want, and one that neither of you have.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So my first one is going to be JB Bickerstaff.
I knew it. Yeah.
I mean, it's just a no-brainer. They're in position to vault up the Eastern Conference, and JB's done a great job. He really deserved. If Cleveland hadn't gotten super injured last year, I think he would have been in the running for Coach of the Year because they were already surging, and then they got hit by Sexton, and then Rubio and Allen was out for a while, and so they fell off. So I think he's really in contention.
Can I just say something on Cleveland? Because when we had our big video on it, I said Cleveland would finish ahead of the Raptors and be a really good regular season team. And I also said, looking at their depth chart, that their depth is surprisingly good given how many guys they traded away. I think I have changed my stance since then. Like, they have a lot of good role players, but they're really just role players, and you can't ask them to take on a bigger role. And so I worry a little bit about Cleveland's injury problems. Like, if one of their top 6 gets injured, I don't think they have a lot of guys who can step in and fill in the void. So I could see them sliding if injuries happen. So that would be my only pushback.
Yeah, I agree with you, but I also think that Mitchell, Mobley, and Garland can single-handedly win you 50 games. But
Yeah, they're that good.
they are that good. I'm just looking at their depth chart right now. We got Karis LeVert, Kevin Love, Chetty Osman. That's about it.
Dean Wade will play, but he's
Dean
a guy
Wade.
who, he's not going to be passed into a bigger role.
And
Neto is just there until Rubio gets healthy.
the mascot killer himself, Robin Lopez.
He'll play 10 minutes.
Yeah. Okay.
No, yeah, these are all just bets at this point. Like,
That's right.
it's hard. Yeah,
That's okay. So
okay.
I've got Michael Malone. I've got JB Bickerstaff. And I've got Mike. I'm going a lot of Eastern Conference. Darvin Ham's a good choice. But I hate the Lakers with almost all of my heart. So I can't do it. And I really I want to take Portland because I really like that team as well. But I'm going even crazier, and I'm going with Steve Nash of the Brooklyn Nets.
No, that's less crazy, buddy.
You think?
Than Brooklyn? I mean, than Portland? Yeah, that's less crazy than Portland. Steve Nash, in my opinion, has it all set up for him to win this award.
His number one player literally asked for him to be fired.
Yeah,
Ben Simmons is a big question mark.
Specifics.
We don't even know. We don't know if Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving are going to be on this team by January. Like, it's a huge risk.
Will Steve Nash be on this team?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But the other side of it is that the expectations are so low. People think Steve Nash is not a good coach.
Yes.
And he has these angry pieces, all these angry players. And so if he just manages to keep it together, the talent is going to take them.
I agree.
Far.
I agree. And I
it's a good thing. And you get the first multiplier.
That's the other reason why I took him. And the same thing applies with him and Kevin Durant. Is like you said, everybody's out on Brooklyn. I was just listening to Zach Lowe and Bobby Marks on the Cleveland trade, and they were calling them the Brooklyn on paper Nets because they always look good.
I love that. Zach Lowe's the best for that.
Yeah,
the Brooklyn on papers. We should.
And so again, they're starting to get called out for their bullshit, and so this is the year for them to step up. And I think Durant's going to do it.
Yeah.
No, it's tough.
Okay, so like I should kind of take Spo, but I don't want to go again in the East, and I don't know. I'm not that high in Miami this year, so I'm gonna go with. Oh man, I'm between Jason Kidd and Taylor Jenkins. I think they both have these superstars that could take them.
Taylor Jenkins could have very well won it this past year. Like I think he was like top 5 in voting. Yeah. It's just that swag factor is just not. A lot of NBA fans just don't know who Taylor Jenkins is, man. I'm going to be honest with you.
And that's why, I kind of thought Jason Kidd first. And, man, this is tough for me.
Do the Mavs really get that much better, though?
I'm worried I'm worried both those teams are gonna drop a bit.
Same.
Yeah.
But I think Dallas has a better trajectory just because Luka is in Europe right now massacring teams.
He's absolutely destroying everybody there.
Yeah, you know what?
Speaking of, has anybody watched Lauri Markkanen's highlights?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
What's he
doing for Finland?
He had 40-something the other night to beat Serbia.
Oh, wow.
No, it wasn't to beat Serbia.
Croatia.
Yeah.
But Serbia lost to
Italy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I think I better not be today. I think Tuesday, Wednesday are the quarterfinals.
Tuesdays. But the trade for Mitchell kind of looks a little bit different if Markkanen's suddenly a different player. It might be nothing because often guys play in Europe and they come to the NBA and it's not the same, but still. He's looked really good.
Yeah, okay. I don't feel good about any of these picks, but I'm gonna go Kidd. It's just because when you put Jenkins against Kidd, I think people have an idea that the Grizzlies are a lot deeper and more talented. I've heard a lot of people saying how the Mavs are gonna fall off. So with that in mind, I think he's better suited to surprise. But I don't really think either of these teams are gonna be great regular season teams, but there is definitely a world in which Luka wins the MVP, drags them to a top 3 seed. They have a top 10 defense, and Kidd wins it. So go with Kidd. Not happy about it. Take Spo. Come on, someone has to.
I like it.
Yeah,
Sahal,
I'm not a fan of the Jason Kidd pick, but I understand why you did it because, to be quite honest, there's just not much left out there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Unless
go
you're
a little
Dwayne
wild.
Casey guy. I just want to say Mark Daniel is being disrespected by Bet365. I think they're going to be a chippy team. I think they have play-in possibilities, and he has the worst
relax,
odds.
Oren. Stop.
I think he has worse odds than like
Stop.
the Orlando Magic and like
Play-in. So you're saying
they're a better
he could be
team.
better than
I think
Portland?
OKC
You think
be
he
in the
could be?
play. Yes,
he could be better
they
than
could be better than Portland.
No.
Yes, they could.
OKC. Are we talking about the same team?
Yeah,
This is a team that has like
OKC.
four players that can't drink and like
Dude, who's their second best player?
6 player. I don't know.
Well, now we're getting into the yings and the no. Their second best player.
Oren hates specifics. It really just is they're a downer for him.
Yeah.
Dort
Probably
is
Giddey next season.
Well, Giddey,
Dort was, Giddey will be. No,
Dude,
they got
their bench is just like so bad.
So it says the current NBA Coach of the Year voting system was introduced in 2003. A panel of 124 sports writers from the U.S. and Canada. Blah 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 blah.
Why
This is the
Dude, we
reason why I'm
just told
saying
you
this,
Oren hates specifics, man.
the reason why I'm saying
too
this
late to
because
tell us this? Yeah,
Jason Kidd's reputation is in the gutter. So I just want to spend a little bit more time just diagnosing.
Oh, that's smart.
I think he's not that likability factor. Jason Kidd doesn't have it, but I'm gonna go. Sorry, we've been delaying a little bit. I'm gonna go with my next pick. A little bit of a weird one, but I mean, it's just I'm throwing darts now. I'm gonna go Mike Brown, who went to the Kings. I do think if the Kings stay
Brown stuff,
I do think if the Kings stay healthy, I think they will be all right. I think Mike Brown's a good coach. Like he was sitting beside Steve Kerr on one of the better benches in the league in the last 5, 6, 7 years. And Mike Brown's going to the Kings, and the Kings have talent. Like, I mean, De'Aaron Fox, talented. Sabonis, talented. They got Herter now. Like, he's pretty good. Harrison Barnes, pretty good. Like, it's a bunch of good basketball players. And to be quite honest, Sabonis is past good, and so is De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox needs one coach to fully unlock him. I'm still waiting. We're all waiting. And I think Mike Brown might be that guy. So,
you went Mike Brown?
Yeah.
I just totally spaced out.
I went Mike Brown. I did.
Love it. I love it.
I think the Kings are going to be better. Yeah, I think the Kings are going to be better.
No. OKC's going to be better than the Kings.
I will take that bet, Oren, all day.
Okay, give me good odds. Give me 2-1 odds.
You just can't say they're going to be better and then back it up by saying, "Oh, I need plus odds."
I can say things without being willing to put money on the statements I'm making. Absolutely, I can.
All right, what do you want for odds?
2-1.
Fine, I'll tell you $10.
OKC's going to be one of the worst teams in the league, Oren. I don't know what
You saw it here, folks.
Smell you, buddy.
Okay. And then my last pick, or are we doing 4? We're doing 4, right?
We're doing 4.
Okay,
You're
so
done.
I think that would be it for me. Yeah.
Wait, are we all done?
I took Tyronn Lue.
I think we're all
I
done.
took Steve Kerr. I took Mike Brown, and I took Willie Green. Yeah, that's 4 picks for me.
Yeah, I got Kidd, Nurse, Finch, and Ime.
That's
and
it.
Aiden, who did you?
I got Budenholzer.
Oh Lord.
Mike Malone.
JD
It's Bickerstaff.
It's Michael. You said it right the first time. Yes. I thought you did it purposely.
Steven Nash.
You know that he has this thing where if people call him Mike, he'll be like, "It's Michael."
Yeah, I found that so weird,
guys.
but I mean,
It's like, I'm sorry, dude. You have the most common name in the English dictionary. Like, people are. I naturally shorten everybody's names. This comes naturally.
Yeah,
except for Oren's.
Well, this was the baseball. No, I'm done.
Baseball. We are in Major League Baseball.
I'm Buck Martinez.
I'll wrap it up. So
for the best.
This was it. This is the final video, guys, of our draft series. We hope you guys enjoyed it. We did MVP, we did Rookie of the Year, we did MIP, Sixth Man. In our last video before this one, we did Defensive Player of the Year, and then this one was our Coach of the Year draft. We hope you guys enjoyed it. That was it for myself, Sahal Abdi, Oren Weisfeld, and Aiden Moss. Hopefully, we'll get to see you guys soon. We are thinking of more creative ways to interact with you guys. Hopefully, we can do something live very soon.
Well, yeah, I was just going to say, like, up until preseason games, obviously we're going to go live after every game, but up until then, we got to find some more content. Me and Aiden might be doing some videos because I'm gonna be in Victoria with him, and
Oren's sleeping on my couch.
we might sit side by
Love it.
side and just like
We'll have a fire. We'll pour a bottle or a glass of wine.
yeah, I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to it.
We'll talk training
we-
camp.
We gotta, we'll talk training camp, but up until then, we're gonna try to get you fans more content.
I think what
weekly.
we should do is what Oren and I just did. We'll come with 10 bets each, and
Nice.
we'll just auction
Just-
off
yeah.
our bets to each other.
Okay.
That will do it, guys. That will do it. I had a lot of fun doing this. I don't know how we're already done all 6
I know.
episodes
Let's
already.
you
of
know
this.
what? Let's just
This
do
was-
executive of the year.
Yeah. What the hell?
I like almost.
I mean,
but
it is interesting. It's an analysis of the off season in a different light.
Oh,
And
but it
what's
already
it is.
happened. That's
What's
the
to
problem.
come? And
But
what's to
most of
come.
it is what happens in the off season.
Yeah, but also,
that's
but
true.
you know, those trades around the edges, those those signings.
Yeah. But who cares? Nobody cares about that award. I don't even know who won it legit last year. Do you guys?
I do not.
This is the point.
Was it James Jones for the Suns? I don't know. I
That's
don't
a
know.
good guess.
He did win it either this year or the year before. Yeah.
Or the
One
year
of the
prior,
2
right?
years.
NBA
Yeah.
executive.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Clearly, we don't want to say bye to you guys because we miss our wrap up family, and this one is not a
Zach
live
Kleiman,
show.
Memphis.
So if you've
Oh.
watched one video or 2 or 4 of this series or all 6, we appreciate it very much. So hopefully, we're gonna have something soon. Also, in the comments, we need you guys to get Kyle Brickman back in here because myself, Aiden, and Oren, we're trying, and we miss the guy. But Kyle is a busy dude. He's a very busy dude.
He's got hoops
He's the
tonight.
fourth.
He's forgiven.
He is forgiven, and he's part of the Fantastic Four. So, anyways, that's gonna do it for us. Again, myself, Sahal Abdi, Oren Weisfeld, Aiden Moss. We'll see you guys next time. Stay safe.